A 20-year-old Pakistani-Canadian Mohammed Shahzeb Khan was arrested in Quebec for planning a mass shooting at a Jewish center in Brooklyn, New York. The U.S. Department of Justice revealed that Khan intended to carry out the attack in support of the Islamic State group on October 7, 2024. He is scheduled to appear in court on September 13th and faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted. In Pakistan, the government is renegotiating contracts with different independent power producers to lower electricity tariffs. Power Minister 𝐒𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐢𝐬 aims to reduce tariffs for businesses from 28 to 9 US cents per unit, addressing rising costs that have triggered protests and hurt industries. Meanwhile, petrol and diesel prices in Pakistan are expected to drop by around 10 rupees per litre starting September 15 following a decline in international oil prices. However, the government may raise the petroleum levy by 5 rupees per litre, potentially reducing the overall price cut. Foreign investment in Pakistan's domestic bonds saw a sharp reversal in August, with $78 million disinvested in the first 15 days. This follows record inflows into treasury bills in July. Investors cite declining returns and uncertainty surrounding the government's IMF loan and financial support from China, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE as contributing factors to the outflow. In the ongoing conflict, Gaza's health ministry reports that over 61 people have been killed in Israeli attacks on the Gaza Strip in the last 2 days. This comes as the death toll from Israel's war on Gaza reaches at least 40,939, with 94,616 others wounded. The crisis continues to impact civilians, with reports from Khan Younis that a child has died of malnutrition due to Israel's blockade on aid onto the Gaza Strip. In one of the most recent incidents, Israel attacked the Halima al-Saadia school in northern Gaza, where 8 Palestinians were killed in tent shelters. 5 more lives were lost in the Nusayrat refugee camp in central Gaza. Meanwhile, the conflict extends beyond Gaza. In the occupied West Bank, the governor of Nablus revealed that the autopsy of a 26-year-old Turkish-American activist, 𝐒𝐭𝐨𝐬𝐿, confirmed that she was fatally shot by an Israeli sniper during a protest against illegal settlements named Beta. The Israeli Air Force has launched airstrikes on military targets and a Hezbollah rocket launch site in Kabrika, a town in southern Lebanon. The Israeli military also confirmed artillery shelling of Aita al-Shab and Kfar Quba. So far, there has been no detailed information on the results or casualties from these attacks. Meanwhile, CIA Director William Burns announced that a more deadly proposal for a ceasefire in Gaza could be coming in the next few days. Speaking at an event in London, he said that achieving a ceasefire will depend on political will. Burns emphasized that mediators, including the US, are working hard because there is no good alternative to reaching a deal. In the West Bank, the Palestinian Ministry of Public Works and Housing released a video showing their teams clearing rubble and opening roads in Tulkarm refugee camp after an Israeli military operation there. The ministry reports that about 70% of the camp's roads have been cleared and several homes have been secured. Their efforts will continue in the coming days to repair damage to roads, buildings, and infrastructure, along with electricity and water. Kamala Harris is holding a slight lead over Donald Trump in national polls as the two prepare for their first debate. However, the real battle is in key swing states like Pennsylvania and North Carolina, where the race is much tighter. These states are critical, as the outcome could determine who wins the presidency. Harris currently leads slightly in national polling, but with the Republican advantage in the Electoral College, Trump still has the path to victory. Meanwhile, Russia has been accused of trying to influence US elections once again. A senior US intelligence official has claimed that Russian state media outlet RT is using American personalities to sway voters in Trump's favor. 2 RT employees have already been charged with money laundering as part of a scheme to create content at influencing the vote. The report claims that while Russia is focused on boosting Trump, China and Iran are also working to influence voters, though in different ways. In a surprising turn, former Vice President Dick Cheney, a lifelong Republican, has come out in support of Kamala Harris. Cheney, who served under President George W. Bush, has called Trump the greatest threat to the US Republic in history and said that he could never be trusted with power again. Cheney's daughter Liz Cheney also endorsed Harris, further highlighting the divide in the Republican Party. While Trump has dismissed Cheney's as irrelevant, Harris's campaign welcomed the endorsement as more Republicans voice opposition to Trump. As the election nears, the stakes are higher than ever, with key swing states, foreign interference, and endorsements all playing a role in what's shaping up to be a tightly contested race.